Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to climb the ladders in Division Rivals and finally reach the Elite Division. If you're already in the Elite Division, these tips are still going to help you climb up in Elite Division and reach top 3%, top 2%, top 1%. So let's head straight into it. There's two key elements to becoming a better player and climbing up the ranks in Division Rivals. The first element is the offense. Every player has their own unique playstyles which determine how they are going to attack in the game. I personally love player locking and creating space with this mechanic, but that might not work for everybody. Another player like Bob, for example, might like to skill and gets most of his goals by skilling. The thing me and Bob have in common is that we can't only rely on this one thing. An important aspect of the offense is to have variety. It's good Bob knows how to skill, that's going to work for him, but what does Bob do when the opponent starts to read him and starts to close him down? Then his only source to score goals is closed down and he has to do something else. This is why it's important to have a couple of different offensive tactics you can switch through. The two main ones I use is player locking, as you saw earlier, and what you're seeing now. A slow build up with a lot of passes, controlled pace, and get goals by scoring inside the box. I split between these two depending on the opponent and how he's defending, but this might not work for you. You may like to finesse and cross, that's also okay. You just have to determine for yourself how you're going to attack, but not only have one attacking option, but 2 or 3 or 4. As I said earlier, there's two key elements to becoming a better player. The first one being the offense and the second one of course being the defense. Now what do I mean about identifying your opponent's patterns? Early on in the game you have to find out what type of player your opponent is. Does he always try to counter you? Does he love to shoot outside the box? Or is he a very patient player just waiting for the right pass? You have to realize this early on because it determines how you're going to defend against him. If he often goes for counterattacks, you don't want to play possession, because when you play possession most of your team will be on his side of the field, which makes it easier for him to counter you because he has less players to go past, as you can see right here. Now, what do you do then? You want to switch to a more aggressive playstyle and go for counterattacks instead, because then most of the players will be in the right position and it's just the offense trying to attack. Now, if the opponent loves to shoot outside the box, you have to mark these shots. You can see I gave him a bit of space because I didn't realize he was this type of player who loved to shoot outside the box. Now I know. He got one opportunity, he scored. I'm not going to let him get any more opportunities in this game. If he's a very slow opponent, you want to do the opposite. You don't want to mark him close. You want to cover the passing lanes and cover the space instead and try to intercept it with his passes. You can see when he's going forward, I'm marking his run instead. But as soon as he turns around and tries to go for these passing opportunities, I cover the passing lanes instead. Identifying your opponent's patterns allows you to close him down more of the time, and if you don't realize this early on, he's just going to score and score and score and you're going to lose the game. I even got tired of hearing myself talk, but there's a lot to say when you're trying to get better. A lot of different things you can do to get better, but the most important things is just playing a lot, and then you'll realize a lot of these things. Most of these things are not something that just you can learn from day to day. It's something that comes naturally when you play more, but it's definitely something you can be aware of. You can be aware of trying to attack in different ways when you're getting closed down. You can be aware of identifying how your opponent is trying to attack you and try to close him down when he's trying to go for the same things. So think about these things when you're going into the next game. As always, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe and help me push this video out to more players. And as always, have a good day. Bye bye.